Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to say that it's a great pleasure to be participating in the Mega Virtual International Conference. Thanks for the invitation. So I'm going to start. I'm going to talk a little bit about the myths and challenges of the new Millennium entrepreneurial education focused on the circular economy in the financial context. Modern economic contexts of market competition, so skills of working together, youth entrepreneurship education, the importance of social, environmental, and economic. The main things that I'm going to speak here about are entrepreneurial, investigative spirit, teachers in school, sustainable development, COVID pandemic, family, school, teachers, and students. In modern economic contexts of market competition, companies demand agility and perpetuity of their resources. It's not possible to incur errors. In this way, the good management of resources is necessary, whether natural, environmental, or economic. Proper management of financial resources promoting greater profitability requires knowledge and expertise in the area. The market no longer allows for amateur essays, so it is necessary to be linked to education, but not only in the basic education, but education in the university context. In the context, the ability to work and interpret financial resources stands out. However, if we look at the job market and the demands of the 21st century, it is clear that there is a gap of qualified professionals, but not only in reading, writing, and mathematics. It will be necessary professionals prepared to analyze the performance of the companies, not only the financial performance, environmental performance, and the measurement and dissemination of results. Ability to work together and with an entrepreneurial, investigative, and self-determination spirit. Also, technological knowledge and self-direction. More than ever, we need to educate students to be continuous learners. This multifaceted challenge will require a range of different solutions that better involve young people in their education while building stronger connections between communities, businesses, and schools. We believe that expanding the availability of entrepreneurship education for young people is a competitive advantage at the local, regional, and national level, providing them with the skills, knowledge, and tools they need to start their own ventures, thus creating innovative entrepreneurs, managers, and employees. We need programs within universities aimed at youth education and entrepreneurship with critical thinking and lifelong learning skills among among young people to meet the needs of growing economic knowledge if we are to be competitive in the global economy. Entrepreneurship education is an answer to this question and an important tool. We need to spread the word among teachers in alternative schools and universities where students practice entrepreneurship with an emphasis on the circular economy. However, they still need to check and study the 17 goals where each one has its goals proposed by the UN. By 2030, the goals imposed by the UN must be met in terms of sustainability. However, it is implicitly clear when talking about sustainable development, It needs to meet the tripod of sustainability. The UN imposed a time limit to meet environmental goals and intrinsically directed to the responsibility to companies, understanding that they are the most responsible for causing environmental damage. But it is possible to infer that the greatest environmental damage is caused by people. This is why urgent educational measures are needed. It is easy to talk about sustainable development, not least because it is a buzzword among enthusiasts for environmental and social preservation. To meet social and environmental objectives, it is necessary to be profitable and maintain the company's perpetuity. Thus, it is not possible to dissociate economic development. It is possible to infer that it is first necessary to develop the economy, produce food and jobs for the population, thus reducing social class nonsense. And of course, not least the environmental and social. It is a logical and necessary sequence. It is possible to invest in social areas only with profitable and well run companies. A factor that deserves to be mentioned is that in order to meet the needs, companies also need to innovate in technologies to obtain a competitive advantage and contribute with innovations for sustainability. This is real, and the theory perfectly contemplates it. Also, there are already studies carried out in schools where they verify the commitment of the school and universities with the environmental factor. This corroborates with the statement of Dijon 2021, which emphasizes that there is an appreciation related to affectivity, morality, individuality, and ecology, and their ecological values presented by university students. It is possible to infer that government help is needed to help companies, people, teachers, and volunteers to disseminate the idea of the importance of the environment in order to meet the pillars of sustainability. There are plenty of products wasted in the environment, where with innovative ideas, it is possible to reverse the situation of social and environmental chaos. The plausible alternative is to know the processes of the circular economy. This is the role of professors in universities. The government can provide courses on entrepreneurship, and professors apply through universities that will form the necessary knowledge, whether in management, production, quality control. There are initiatives in the private sector, for example, in Brazil, that are already carrying out excellent initiatives. The survey carried out by CNI in 2021, where it was found that 94% of executives perceive an opportunity in sustainability actions, and 63% of the companies interviewed stressed that even with the negative economic consequences caused by the COVID pandemic, they will expand investments in sustainability, social, and environmental issues in the coming years. Still, 28% reported that even with the economic crisis that affected Brazil, they said they had increased investments in the last 2 years. Education is an action where it involves all the actors, family, school, teachers, and students. We need joint and practical actions. So this is what I had to talk for you today. I hope I could have shared some knowledge with everybody. Thanks for the invitation for this conference. A happy New Year for everybody. Merry Christmas from Brazil. Thank you very much.